Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rhetoric. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
What's happening, people? Y'all know what time it is. It is 8:30, so it is time for Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cup.
Listen, man, we're doing this thing. I told y'all we're doing a series. We're starting this Dating in Atlanta series. We're going to start things off with some young ladies. Next week, we're going to have some gentlemen in here. Then the following week, we're going to have some women that's been living longer than these two ladies. And then we're going to have the next show going to be some men that's been living longer than the men that we're going to have next week. So that's how we're going to do it. We're not calling anybody young or old. They just been living a certain amount of time, and some of the others been living a little longer. That type of deal. Listen, 404-500-1605. We really want you to be a part of this. Now, listen, we ain't got all night. So if you call in, get your point across and get on off the phone. All right, we ain't got all night because this topic, people have been asking us to do it for the longest. So when you call in, that's what you got to do. If you're looking at me right now, that means you are on YouTube. You have followed instructions. If you're looking at a replay, that means you didn't follow instructions, and now you're actually looking at a replay because everybody told you of how good it was on the night it was live. Just saying what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Man, it's been a hard one.
That's it.
I got up at 5 o'clock today and just made it here right before the show. I'm tired.
So today was rough, not the whole week, just today.
Just today was rough.
All right, understood. I'm still getting over my Tar Heels losing last week. I'm still
tired and working.
Coming up out of it. As you can see, I got on my red this week because I'm going with North Carolina State this week. So
couldn't go with North Carolina because they lost.
Yeah, I couldn't. I ain't ashamed to say we lost last week, but that other team ain't there, so I'm good with that. Shout out, man, to the NCAA women's basketball teams. Seriously had the sports world on notice. Those two games last night had the sports world talking. The lead up to those games was dope. And then we're going right into the WNBA, and we're coming right off Women's Month. So I'm loving it. I'm loving how that's going. So I'm anticipation, to see what the Final Four is going to look like. Of course, we got my girl, Dawn Staley, doing her thing. Yeah. She's doing it with class. I'm loving how she's doing it. The other people that supposedly does have the class is showing their ass. They showing their ass, and Dawn Staley's just doing it the right way. So I'm feeling all of that. Feeling all of that. We're going to get on in and talk to these guests that we have in the building. We got these young ladies in the building. Over here is Michele Hunt.
Yes.
No relation to Ethan Hunt. It's not an impossible mission up here. Y'all see how I did that?
Oh, my God.
So, Michele, let us know where you're from. Tell us a little bit about yourself real quick.
Okay, my name is Michele. I am from Atlanta. What all do you want to know? I feel like we're going to deep dive.
Okay. When you say from Atlanta, what part of Atlanta are you from?
East Point.
East Point is in the building. Okay, all right. I'm not even going to ask you what school you went to because we talked about that earlier, and I don't think everybody approved of it. So
she went to Whitewater. I thought it was going to be boring.
There it is.
So, Michele, you are single, correct?
I am single.
Okay, and you can say that in the camera. Look in the camera and say it.
I am single.
Okay, some people can't say it because, they're really not single, so that's why I wanted you to look in the camera. Make sure that people know the Classic Conversations is standing on business up here.
Yes.
She's single because she says she's single. So, now, do you have any children?
I do. I have a 4-year-old son.
4-year-old son. What's his name? You mind saying his name on there?
June.
June.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I like that.
As in the month? June?
June as in Joon, but pronounced like the month.
Oh.
Okay. It's Persian for life.
Oh, that's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We just had a name show not too long ago. Yeah. June was not one of those that came up.
Well, that's a real name.
Yeah, that's actually a dope name with a real,
that's a real name.
with a real meaning that wouldn't scare people away. some names that you see now, like I said, Michelle Hunt, see your name on the application, they don't know which way to go. They feel like you probably got good credit. You got good? No, you ain't got to go there.
I have good credit.
Oh, see? There you go. Look at the camera and say
We're
that.
responsible,
Like I said,
good
Classic
credit.
Conversations, standing on business up here. Okay, and our second guest tonight, Miss Faith Ross.
Yes.
Ross like the store. Are you kin to the Rosses that own the
I
store?
wish I was,
Okay,
but I'm
understood.
not, unfortunately.
Okay, tell us a little something about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from California,
Okay,
right
what part?
outside of LA, from Palmdale, if y'all know,
Okay.
Paul George.
Okay, all
So
right.
yeah, that's where I'm from. I've been in Atlanta for a couple years, and I have a daughter. She'll be 16.
Oh, should be who?
16. Yes, she'll be 16. Her name's Harmony. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, you caught me off guard with that one. I'm like, wait, you're not supposed to be on this show. You're supposed to be on the next one. But seriously, you're doing a 16?
Yes, she's 16.
Wow.
Both of you aging well, because I
that is
thought you
dope.
were too young to be on the show.
Oh,
I
God.
definitely think you had a 6-year-old. So hey.
Wow. That's all right. And you say you've been in Atlanta how long?
A little over 7 years.
A little
Yeah.
over 7 years.
Yes.
And you are single.
I'm singles.
Okay.
Hey.
And I took a look at your IG pages. I ain't stalk it. I had to look at it because you're going to be on the show. And you both seem to be doing pretty well. Social media can give you a false. You can put some stuff out there that's not true, but you ladies are doing pretty well for yourselves, right? Okay. All right. Good deal. I'm so interested to see.
Is this
what's-
matchmaker or we asking questions?
No, we're gonna ask questions, man. We ain't matchmaking. What you do? Who
I'm just sitting
are we gonna?
let's
We're gonna matchmake you with him? Wait.
No, I'm too old
All
for
right,
that.
okay, that's what I'm saying, man. We gonna get in. I don't want to get into it too quickly. I want to get into it on the next segment and everything. So, in regards to National Women's Month, how did you ladies feel about it? Were you out celebrating being women, or were you just like?
In my Instagram post, I feel like women are the pioneers moving forward with everything that is being innovative thus far. So women are finding their footing in what this new order looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, somebody is that?
Is that your alarm clock?
That's why I'm always late.
His alarm comes on late. Okay, Faith. So did you?
Yes, Women's Month, like anything of celebration, like you said, we are the pioneers. We raise the world, so our children on that, and definitely working in corporate America, it's been recognized as well, and seeing women in executive positions has been a real positive thing. They kind of like highlight that in my job. So
Okay.
yeah, and I work for Star Companies. I'm in commercial insurance. So yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's throw it on out there, girl.
Yes.
Put it on out there. Let them know you got benefits and everything, girl. You can get a man teeth fix at her job. All right, listen. Because I want to get into the nitty gritty, we're gonna go ahead and go to this first break. So when we come back, we can get on into it. We'll be right back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
So let me ask you, what's the definition of a failed relationship?
I would say one that does not make it to marriage. Because as much as
Well, who says that's the end goal?
wait, you go into a relationship not to get married? So what you go into the relationship for? Why are you going to commit yourself to somebody if you're not planning on being with them?
Because that person's
Yeah, go ahead.
interesting, that person's intelligent.
So
that
that's a
person can
relationship, or
cook,
is that just a
sex is
situationship?
great. Need I go on?
So is that a situationship or a relationship?
That's a relationship.
So you're
You don't have to
committing
have a
yourself-
ring on your finger to be
I
in
ain't
a
saying nothing about a
relationship.
ring. I said if you commit yourself to someone,
Yeah.
why do that if you're not trying to? And I guarantee you, most women are gonna say this. Why you gonna get in a relationship with me if you're not gonna marry me?
Almost got me.
Yeah, y'all. We back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
Listen, 404-500-1605. I am actually not looking at the comments right now, so if anybody in my team over here can see the comments, have a question or something, I will be pulling them up soon. But for right now, if you put a comment up, put a question up, thank you for tuning in, and we'll get to it shortly. All right, so we're gonna jump on in this thing. All right. Now, first, y'all okay with? Well, I'm gonna start lightly, but y'all okay with us getting a little deep? We got the baby in here, though. Can't get too deep.
Can't get too deep.
Got the baby in the room. Can't get too deep. So, okay, good enough. All right, so we'll start off with this one. When y'all meet someone and you're talking about it leading to dating, do you think it's different when you meet someone, say, in a club or at a party, or if you met someone out in public, the grocery store, in the office, Lowe's, Home Depot?
You want to go, Michelle? Look like you want to say something.
Ooh, okay, well, I'm at the point in my life to where when I go out or if we're at a lounge or a club, I'm just there to enjoy the evening. I'm not too set on meeting anyone. I feel like everyone's there to just enjoy their time. But if I'm at Home Depot's or Lowe's and I see a man with work boots on, he got like the timber, he got the paint. I'm like, oh, he has some business about himself. He's up early, I'm up early. I'm gonna look at you in a different light.
Very good answer.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
I try not to like you said, when I go out, I'm out to have a good time. Actually, it's so funny that you said that because I went out to like a Jack Daniels event over the weekend, and I'm like, okay, this isn't my scene anymore. So I need to level up, especially since I'm intentionally dating to marry, because everybody there is, they're here for a good time, not a long time. So if it's like at a golf course, doing that, if it's at a networking event, so you want to be around like-minded people, even if it's at church as well. So that's what I would allow.
Church.
Yes, church.
Have either of you met someone in church and started dating them?
No, I haven't. I met some really nice individuals at church, but I haven't done that. But I'm definitely faith is really big for me. So yeah.
Okay. I have a question for you because it came up last week. If you're dating somebody and just dating, and it could be a year, 6 months, 2 months, do you consider yourself being in a relationship with that person, or you only consider a relationship when it's headed towards marriage?
Well, the relationship is basically the practice before marriage. So there would need to be a conversation had when both parties agree that, hey, we are exclusively dating and seeing each other. Then from that point on, I consider it a relationship. But until that conversation's had, it's not a relationship. We're just
One zip.
talking.
Yes, because I consider dating, you're just gathering information about that person. And so you sit down and you have that, we're exclusive conversation and he brings it up. That's when we're in an exclusive relationship. But even before you have that conversation, you kind of let you know, these are my intentions. This is what I want, because I'm not trying to waste your time and I'm not trying to waste mine. Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, what you mean one zip?
Well, last week you shouted me down like I was
And
dead wrong.
and you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you that you're wrong. You don't even realize what you just did. You just proved
No,
yourself.
because she's already said that she's
She
dating
said
with intention.
if you're in a relationship, that is practice for marriage. Isn't that what you just said?
Yes.
It's exactly what I told you. Why would you commit yourself to someone if you're not planning on getting married?
Because if you're in a relationship, that's what monogamous people do.
But if you yourself, sir, are not trying to get married, why would you commit yourself to anyone?
If I'm not at that, okay, well, and you could be having a great time. Haven't you ever dated somebody? Greatest person, but I know I'm not going to marry him. But if you let her know, hey, look, we just have a.
But again, why would I still commit myself to you for that? Like I said, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I don't have time to just have fun. So if I agree to that, then that's what I agree to. But then again, you can't be upset if I'm having fun with someone else
Exactly. That's my point.
than you as well.
Okay.
That's just
So,
but-
I'm
your-
gonna play that. Mm-mm.
See, exactly. I could say most women ain't out here just for the hell of it, bro.
That's called a friend.
It's a situation.
Yes,
If it is and everybody agrees to it,
definitely
okay.
is. Yes.
But now let me ask you this: are you ladies finding men that's in need of? You got 3 different choices here.
Okay.
A woman to take care of him. In other words, he wants her to cook, clean, and wash his clothes. Some of the examples. A woman that's going to compliment him, as in she's going to support him and just kind of stay behind and let him be the lead. Or you see a guy that actually is looking for a partner that wants a woman to be equal and open-minded to women being successful in their own lane.
I haven't found him yet. Have you found the latter? of
I've
that?
met all 3.
Okay. And yeah, no, I haven't met him on that at all. Usually they're like looking for everything but the title, like you. They're like, oh, I just want to have fun. I want to have a good time. Like I said, I don't. It's just a nicer way to put it, tomato, tomato, but that's just how I feel. Michelle?
So both of you can cook?
I can cook the basics. Yes.
Yeah, I can cook.
Yeah, the basics. I'm not my grandmother. Put that out here right now. I'm not making biscuits from scratch, but I can put a decent meal together.
Yeah. But he won't be hungry enough.
You're not gonna be hungry. Curry. I don't play with curry because you got to put like a lot of ingredients in that.
Okay.
I need the recipe for curry.
Okay, you?
I'm semi-homemade. I can cook, I can cook Thanksgiving dinner, but I'm like always having like my daughter taste it, or I have my mom, I'll be like, calling her on the phone, FaceTiming her, what is this? What's going on? Did I need to add something on that? But I can survive, I ain't gonna miss any meals.
So now, let's say you did meet a guy that's what he wanted, was a woman that's going to take care of him. Basically, he's looking for his mother at home. And he had all the other qualities that you liked in a man. But that's what he wanted you to be, was basically a homemaker. Is that something that you would
A
consider?
homemaker or his mother? Because I feel like those are
it's
two different things.
But right in between that. Basically at home, taking care of everything at the house. But he has everything else that you're looking for in a man. But that's
Right.
something that, from the sound of it, both of you, that's kind of a gray area for you. So is it something that you would consider with the way that dating is today?
I would be open to it if I could still like have something of my own outside of that. Because I think, being a single mom and doing it all by yourself, I think a woman should stay at home, like ideally, like in a perfect world. Because it's a lot of things that you miss when both of the parents are out of the house. On that. So if like I said, if it was a perfect world, he wanted me to say that, and I can, do something on the side as well, or, I had an allowance, that would be nice, or just even staying home for the first 5 years, I would definitely be open to that. Of the child being born.
Okay,
yes,
I'm
so.
sorry. I just saw a question on the on the live when you were saying that a relationship is practice for marriage, right? A lot of people say things like, why would I give, and usually it's women that say this, to be honest, why would I give a man why would I have wifely duties for a man that I'm not actually his wife? So when you say practice, does that practice also, I can't go there, I forgot the baby's in the room. We're not going to go there, I forgot.
I have a question. I have a question. A lot of women like to date modern, but want to marry more of a traditional man that'll take care of a home and provide or pay the bills. Or so, what are you on that? You want more traditional, or you got yours, I got mine, or how do you feel about that?
Well, I want to say first, people should do what works best for their relationship. But for me, I am independent in my own right. I can provide and take care of myself if necessary. But when it comes to a relationship, depending on what we both agree we want in our relationship, some things are give and take. So if it's more so, I would need you to be home more, to do more of a traditional role. That's something that I'm willing to compromise on, but there has to be you have to give also. So if I'm home more, I'm not out working. So it's like, hey, do we have a mortgage? Do we not have a mortgage? Are our cars paid off? What are the resources here to make this happen? It has to make sense for me to agree with it.
Faith.
Yes, I believe that whatever works for you works for you. I'm more traditionalist. I would like for him to pay the bills and do that, and me cater to my husband. Like I said, I wouldn't mind working and still staying at home. It's not like something that's off the table. Again, we would talk about, finances. If we're both working, I would, you have a bank account just for the bills, just for the mortgage, and then we still have that, and then we could still have our own savings, but it would still be open. It's not like, this is just mine. No, you can't see what's in my savings. I can't see with you. I think transparency and honesty between all lines is needed to have a successful relationship.
Okay. I was going to go there, but I'm going to wait to the next segment for that one. As you said, both of you are doing, well for yourselves. And so in the dating realm today, are you finding that men are intimidated by your success as a single mother? Do you find that some men, if they come around, you paying all your bills, they feel that you don't have no room for them to come in? Are they being intimidated by it, or are they asking you to step aside and let them take care of it, or?
I think everyone's really trying to find their footing in the way the dating world is today. So people, from what I've seen, they observe you, and it's as simple as like, okay, do you want to be of service? If you get to know me, you see my routine, you see how my day-to-day goes. If you find the little things that you can help with, helping move along, then get in where you fit in. But I've met men who are fine with a traditional woman. I work, you work. It doesn't have to be you at home. Then I've had men who are like, okay, well, how come you don't help me fold my clothes? Or you're over here, you should wash my clothes. And it's like, huh? So I've seen the end of each spectrum.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think the question that you're asking is more so for when you're in a relationship with that person and you both make it clear, these are my intentions and this is what I want to do, and have a committed relationship with you. Then we go from there. Mm-hmm. But until then, it's really all just, getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my last relationship, I'll just go off of that. It was a little bit hard because I work hard. So when I first came to Atlanta, I was just on my grind, because I'm just bringing my family out here. And he's like, you're always at work, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you're always at work too. I don't complain. I always make time for you. So sometimes it's like, how can you pencil me in there? And that's kind of that was always been a struggle, even before coming to Atlanta, is just trying to find that time. But I feel like I do my best in doing that.
I thought that struggle was only for us people that's been living a little longer.
Everybody, okay.
I seriously thought that was just for us.
Okay, I have a question for you.
People.
Mm-hmm.
As far as when you said a relationship is more like it's a test. For dating is a test run for a relationship. Mm-hmm. Okay, so at what point do you have a dead in stone cutoff and move forward? I'm out.
I'm going to give it a year, maybe a year and a half.
That's a relationship. A year and a half?
A year and a half. It doesn't take all day to realize sunshine. So it's either you're going to shit or get off the pot, but we don't have to pretend.
Some old people that kind of.
We don't have to, if this isn't what it is, then that's fine. Sometimes things don't work out, and that's okay. That also comes along with emotional maturity, and a lot of that isn't common nowadays. So
a year and a half, that's a long time.
I feel like you can see someone in all their seasons.
Okay. Good point.
Yeah, I think it's up to 2 years that you could have that with that person, and you can see hey, where is this going? And and within that time period, it should be progressing into something. It shouldn't just be, we're going out and just dating. Like, have I met your parents? Have you met my, friends and family? Again, it's progressing to the next level. On that. Like I said, I agree with you, Michelle. It shouldn't take you that long, And most men, because I have a lot of male friends who are married. I ask, well, when did you know? They're like, oh, I knew the day I met her. I knew within 3 to 6 months that I wanted to be with her. So, Oh, you think that's BS?
Yeah, you heard it. You didn't.
No, that's why I said bless you.
No, the thing is, and I'll say this because I applaud both of you. You're two special ladies because I'm not putting a year and a half of my time there. I have to see something within the first 4 to 6 months that make me want to make a commitment. Because you're saying, if you say do a year and a half, that's a straight up relationship. Once it goes with me, if it goes past 6 months.
I misunderstood your question. I'm speaking in terms of the relationship. Now, just talking.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh.
When
Just
did you cut it
talking?
off and say, hey, look, nah, this
Oh,
ain't
okay. I
working
thought he was like, you're actually like,
out. Oh, no, okay. Let me phrase
yeah,
it.
I thought the same thing, too,
If
as
you're dating
well.
someone, at what point do you draw the line in the sand saying, hey, look, it's not working?
Or,
you have a
or
time,
it
or do
is
you
going to
just let
work,
it
or we're going to
go,
keep
yeah.
going. Yeah.
I know. You know what? I feel like it could be like the first date. Sometimes you could go with someone and you're like, yeah, I could see this is not it for me. Like, and I don't know about you, but I've been on a lot of first dates out here because I'm like, we're not
A lot of
vibing.
first dates.
I would give it like by the second date, if I had my let me just see, and then by that follow up date, if it's still there, it's like, yeah, this isn't it.
3 strikes, you're out.
We're at the age now where you can tell just by how a person talks, and if we can't just talk to each other, that's a problem.
Communication.
Yeah.
So, in regards to first dates, what's not acceptable for a first date for you guys, for you ladies?
I mean,
wow.
I've taken on the role of I've done FaceTime dates as a first date. Because I'm going to get my questions out. You're going to get your questions out before
don't
we
waste
even.
time.
Yeah,
That's
like,
interesting.
let's just go ahead and see.
We didn't have that back in our day.
Let me just do a FaceTime date.
FaceTime date.
We didn't have that. We didn't have that back then.
I might have to incorporate that one. First time date.
That's a good one. That's a
Let me
good
just
one.
see before I
Yeah.
have to find a babysitter. I have to get dressed, and I have to actually apply myself and put in the effort to go on a date. So before I invest any real time, let's just see let me get my questions out before anyone has anything invested. I know some guys have a thing about, oh, she want me to spend all this money, Like, we could really just go to the park. I just need to see where your mind is. And once I see that lets me know what I need to know.
Yeah.
FaceTime date. That's interesting.
I've done coffee dates. That's my go-to.
It's easy, short. And
Yeah, then I could kind of I could see how do you treat customer service? If I order a large latte, are you gonna be like, ooh, that's kind of expensive? You don't want to downsize that? I'm like, bruh, it's $5. Or even I've got I remember I asked him, I didn't ask him, I told him, I was like, hey, let's go to Cafe Intermezzo. Oh, you want to go for desserts? And I was like, oh, not right there. It's just dessert. It's nothing big like that. Again, then you kind of see where they're at in their mindset. And I'm like, okay, then you're not for me. So we can move on from
the
there.
date going spot.
So y'all don't mind Cheesecake Factory then?
No, I mean, when you're getting to know someone,
Yeah.
it's really not about, for me, it's not about where we're actually going.
Yeah.
Once I talk to you and I see where your mindset is, that lets me know, is he a cheesecake, Applebee's guy? Do he want to go to Catch? Does he mind going to Nobu? I can gauge it a little better.
Wow, so see,
Not Golden Corral.
goes to show you, boy, you got to actually talk to people instead of believing everything you see on social media.
Yes.
We'll be right back with the second segment of Dating in Atlanta. Younger. Yeah. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's the cop.
We'll be right back.
But do
So let me ask you, what's the definition of a failed relationship?
I would say one that does not make it to marriage. Because as much as,
Well, who says that's the end goal?
wait, you go into a relationship not to get married? So what you go into the relationship for? Why are you going to commit yourself to somebody if you're not planning on being with them?
Because
why do you
that
have to get-
person's
Yeah, go ahead.
interesting, that person's intelligent.
So
that
that's a
person can
relationship, or is that just a
sex is
situationship?
great. Need I go on?
So is that a situationship or a relationship?
That's a relationship.
So you're
You don't have to
committing
have a
yourself-
ring on your finger to
I
be
ain't
in a
saying nothing about a
relationship.
ring. I said if you commit yourself to someone,
Yeah.
why do that if you're not trying to? And I guarantee you, most women are gonna say this. Why you gonna get in a relationship with me if you're not gonna marry me? Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
That's a cop.
Listen, man, give us a call, 404-500-1605. Want to go over some of these comments real quick before we get into these other questions. Number one, how you doing, young lady? She said, any man looking for a wife to be his mother needs to stay with his mother. And then Mr. Chapel came in and said that some men look for women who has the same qualities as their mom. For example, when I asked my young adult sons what they look for in women, they have said somebody like you, so somebody like their mom. Are you looking for love or marriage? Because sometimes they don't always come hand in hand. That's a good question. Love or marriage.
Yeah. That's real.
So would you take marriage without love?
I've never been in a situation to have to choose, but my grandmother always said, you can learn to love someone, and you can always love someone that you trust.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Would you, if you're dating someone and that person, y'all vibe on every level, but he just wants to be able to have a life partner, but he's down, he's not cheating, he's got money, he's got his own house, and he puts you on a bank account, he gives you a car. Are you cool with that, or do you have to have marriage?
For security reasons, I'm gonna need the last name. I mean, because if we have kids and something, Lord forbid, is to happen to you, the government looks at it as you have to be the wife to make certain decisions. So if something were to happen and you're in the hospital, your mother has the right to say this or the third versus over me, because it goes to the next of kin. I'm not your wife.
Okay.
Yes. Great point. Great point. So I definitely agree with you on that. But also for me, from a religious point of view, in my walk with Christ, I would have to be married. That I have with that. So just to honor God and what it is and what I've been studying and diving deep into, I want to honor God. I want to love God. You said it's either love or marriage. I don't think God would just bless me with a man that I wouldn't love or find attractive for me to marry. So I would have both. It's not what I would need. I would have that.
All right, let me ask you this. Since, we are in Atlanta, and let's face it, a lot of these brothers out here, they the trash, and some of them, they got a little sugar in their blood, a little sweet, a little sweet on the backside, some of them sweet on the low side.
I'm gonna say that properly. The LGBTQ community.
So when you're meeting men and you actually do start dating them, are you paying attention to their traits to see if they probably could be a little too close to their feminine side?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like you can see that off bat. Like, I don't want anybody a little too pretty to mean. And, like, if they're carrying themselves as the prize and, like, it's me, like, type thing, I'm kind of worried about that.
I like my man kind of like a little ugly, like medium.
A medium ugly?
Yeah.
Medium ugly?
Yeah, like a little ugly.
Yeah,
I gotta
like-
feel like, okay, he's
Yeah.
a little rough around the edge. You
Yeah.
don't mind building something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So
a little
yeah,
ugly.
I was gonna ask that also. If you meet a man that's not as visually acceptive in your eyes, but personality seems cool or whatever, are you willing to give them more of a chance?
Well, I don't know. I feel like I kind of have a low-key eye for potential. So, and I think a lot of times people don't want to invest in that. They're like, oh, his shoes look messed up, or, you know, he got a big horse instead of a little horse polo or something like that. Like, those are easy fixes that you can
Okay, it
that
has
you
to
can
be an
fix
easy
up.
fix. It has
Oh
to be an
yeah,
easy
that's what
fix.
I'm saying. Like, you know, little things like that. We could fix that because right now I'm looking more at the heart's posture and the character.
Right.
You can't find someone who's gentle, kind, patient, has endurance. Those things, that's hard for me to teach or like install in you. Like, I feel like those are traits you should already have, as where if he, getting the wrong shirt from Ross and we could just go to the store.
How about this? If he's butt ugly, but he's rich. Not even rich, just well-to-do. You can't do it?
I can't do it. I mean, the things that I want out of life, I don't mind simplicity.
Yes.
I don't need a 6-bedroom house because who's cleaning all those rooms for one?
Right.
I can do a 3 or 4 bedroom. But if you're ugly and I can't
You can't do your kids like that.
I can't do it. Like, I have to be honest with myself.
Yeah.
And one thing I've learned with dating, you need to, for your happiness, and happiness is a fleeting emotion, but work on making decisions that you can be okay with.
Yeah.
And that's something I can't be okay with. I'm not even gonna lie to myself.
Okay.
Yes, I want to be attracted to my person, and I will find them attractive.
But
with
if he had
that.
a good heart.
He still has to be attractive to me. There's gonna be like, let's be for real, okay? Would you date a woman who was oversized, didn't have her weave messed
I
up?
would look her in the eyes and see
This ain't about the men.
I would look
I'm
at
just
her
saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not
we're
saying.
visual, period. Men are.
Yes.
We don't even walk up to you to talk. But see, the thing is with you ladies, men come up to you to speak that, may not be visually acceptive. But you're being nice and you end up talking to them for a little bit and you recognize, hey, they might be okay.
Just
Would
because
you
someone
keep it-
says hi to you does not mean that, and being nice means they like you. And I think that's wrong with our society
I'm
now.
gonna tell you something. If you are out, hear me out. If you
Just
are
say it
out,
again. Say it again for
and
people in the
and a
back.
man comes up to you. Men do not look for friends.
That's
You
true.
may become a friend,
We
but
don't
men
look for
do
friends.
not look for. Understand that.
In any
I don't
way,
care
shape, or form.
what age that man. If a man is out looking for friends, then yes, you should start looking at the way he preps in the mirror. Because heterosexual men do not look for friends. You can become a great friend. But the only way that happens is if you tell him no. You push him away, then you can become a great friend. But if a man says hi to you or buys you something or whatever, it is for a reason. Please understand that.
Since you brought
He
it
may
up.
not get crazy and he may not stalk you or whatever, but if they come to you, if they approach you, they're not coming to you to go sit at church with him.
Exactly. So to the next question. How long do you make somebody wait before there's sexual relations? I'm not even going to say relations, sexual relations in a relationship. Or do you believe in spontaneity?
Oh, wow.
Well, spicy.
Yes.
She said,
In today's day and age, you definitely have to check a person's my chart. Let's start there. Check your my chart. It depends on how you're gauging the person you're interacting with. I believe if a man respects you and he respects women, he's going to respect you before or after you sleep with him versus if you sleep with him the first night or you make him wait. If that is his intentions with you, those are his intentions. So you can make him wait 6 months to a year. and then
6 months to a year?
Yeah, and then you sleep with him, and then that was never his intention, was to respect
Have
you.
you made somebody wait a year?
I have made someone wait a year.
No, he didn't sleep with you, but he didn't wait. No, I'm just playing. Just a joke. Just a joke.
That's not joke. That's not
You're
joke.
so pessimistic.
No. I mean, and I'm sure that you ladies know that dudes ain't sitting around waiting.
Right.
But in your case, how?
Well, you know,
And I know it varies, so I know it's not. This is not the unless you have a certain rule for every time. I mean, but does it vary? Like, is it one guy do y'all click a little more than the other one, and you might change your rule up a little bit, or do you have a rule, or is it just on what you feel?
wow, I wasn't expecting to answer this question.
I'm celibate right now.
On that one, so yes, and you did.
I am celibate.
Yes,
No.
I'm abstaining from sex. And that's actually the best way to be until you're, exclusive. My end goal is actually to wait until marriage for that. Haven't gotten there yet, but in the past, and I was heartbroken from that, having that experience. And honestly, I don't want to sleep with anybody else until I'm married. For me, it's very an emotional experience. It's very a bonding experience that I have with that. No, I'm not using it for a manipulation tactic. It really is for my relationship with God, and when I'm learning and deep diving and getting close to Him, and I just don't want to disappoint Him. So that's my answer.
deep.
Question from the comments: What makes a person ugly to you?
They say the symmetry of a person's face defines the beauty of it. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but
Right.
what just hands down makes a person ugly is their character. If I see you treat someone like mean, or like you yell at a waiter or something, I'm like, okay, you're an ugly person on the inside. Even if you're fine, you're ugly.
Okay.
Great answer.
I like
That was a good answer. You cleaned that up real well. Should have just said.
She came back here to think
Should
about
have just
it.
said somebody to make my eyes cry like onions. That's what ugly is.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I like onions.
Right. I do what? Any gay tendencies, and I'm out. What are they going off up here? A person can be ugly but has a pure heart. Eye of the beholder.
And that's how I go for the heart, always.
It does not sound believable at all.
I don't know.
It does not sound believable.
Even when I tilt in my head.
Oh my God! Y'all don't need me tonight. A paper bag over the head.
Oh my God.
Fuck you, wildin'.
All right.
Everybody can't
Dating
beat
apps.
Denzel. Some are Denzel light.
You said dating apps?
Dating apps, Hinge or Bumble.
I don't like dating apps.
I don't do apps.
I tried doing it before, and it's just so annoying. And I'm like, I can't. I'll just go real life. I'll go out in real life.
Meet the representative, not the person.
Because I feel like dating apps, they give people like a false hope that they have so many options out there, and they'll just keep swiping and swiping and swiping. So that's what I don't like them.
I think it's weird. I do. I just, no. Have I gotten to this point in life where I'm on an app to look someone up? Like, no, if it happens organically, it happens organically.
They say it's like 11-1 in Atlanta. Do you believe that, or you think?
I believe it's a lot of women. It's a lot of quantity, but I don't believe it's a lot of quality women. So it depends on the man.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, in Atlanta, they said it's almost 11-1, male to female ratio. Males,
Female to male ratio.
Yeah, female to male ratio. So do you feel that that's true or not, and has it affected you in your dating?
Wow, that's a good question. That's what it says. So I'm going to believe the census that it has with that. I just don't want it to get to my head where it affects me. You're gonna like what you see. You're gonna get to know me and like me some more, and you can kind of like gauge and go from there. I think a lot of times people get lost in the hype of that. Like you said, it's a lot of women, but no quality with that. But again, a lot of these men, they like that. And then they're like, when you are, have standards and come off challenging, then they're like, oh, I'll go find someone else that'll do that for me.
Yeah, but I feel like a man like,
yeah.
and I've run into guys like that. That's a man who, as my mother would say, is sowing his wild oats, and that's fine. You can do that. Like, let's be honest with each other. That's what you're looking for. That's no problem with that. That's not what I'm looking for.
Exactly.
And I'm in a space in my life where I am exercising, having discipline. So certain things I just can't partake in. And if you're in that phase in your life where you want to be fruitful, then go for it.
Hopefully you don't multiply. Be careful, strap it up.
Doesn't multiply, but go do it.
Now, are either of you the type of woman that if you see a man that you are attracted to, would you actually go up to him and start a conversation and even ask to go on a date?
No.
You know what? I used to do that.
No.
I'm not even gonna lie. I used to. Like I said, the dating scene is different out here in Atlanta than compared to California, where I feel like it's more like laid back. It's like, oh, okay, cool, Here, like a lot of the men feel entitled, and I felt like when I was doing that, I wasn't working in my femininity. I was coming off masculine, and I was attracting more feminine men. So yes, really,
There you go.
I really was. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit my little Nikki Parker down,
Yeah.
and have them come to me, and just wave my little white handkerchief and be like, hey.
I mean,
and smile.
men
That's
are
it.
naturally, by nature, men are hunters.
Exactly.
So you have to allow the
man to hunt.
chase. You have to allow the pursuit to be there.
So-
even if I think he fine, like, oh, he fine, but I can't.
So what you just said in regards to like dropping your hanky, so will you drop like some breadcrumbs to lead them your way?
If
Bend over
I
in
will
front
make
of
eye
them?
contact and
Yeah.
I will smile.
Yes.
Normally
Okay.
that does the trick. And it lets you know I'm approachable.
Okay.
And if that's not enough for you, then he don't like you.
Yeah, I believe you with that.
You can't
I
pick up a
think-
hint.
I think there are way too many people walking around just looking like they're angry for no damn reason at all. Go ahead, Mike. Ask them to look at these.
Let's see. Now, I'm not going to ask, but one, I would never ask this question, but I see it asked a lot. Do you think body count matters when you date?
Can you repeat the question? I can't hear you.
I said it's on the internet a lot. People talk about it. And I said I would never ask a woman that question. And I would never tell her. Because I'll tell mine 9. Okay. But
Wait, it was 6. It wasn't it 6 about a month ago. He said 9, wasn't it?
A lot happens in 4 weeks. Huh?
no, in all seriousness, does body count bother you? Is there a certain body count that would be hell no? Or is there a body count that's too low?
I'm going to say body count. Anything before me is before me. And as long as that my chart is clean,
Yes.
that is key.
Yes.
I believe people can decide that they want different for themselves and move and act accordingly.
Yeah.
But whatever you did before me is before me. I don't know. I don't want to know those horror stories.
Yes. Yes.
Because why was you wild like that in college?
Yeah. Right.
What you do?
Yeah. Right.
With who?
Yes.
I don't want to know. Just let me be in
I don't
oblivion.
want to know.
So let me ask you this. If you actually found out what the body count, you didn't ask, but y'all out hanging and whatever with some of his friends, and
Go
the
through
body
an old
count number,
calendar.
the body count number came out in conversation or whatever. Say you happen to be in a room and there was 7 other women in there that been with this dude. So
I just want to know: is he disciplined? Has he gotten that out of his system?
That
For
would
that,
be most important.
that would be my most thing. Is like, do you have self control? Was it, now if you had a sex addiction, that's something else. That's something totally different,
Completely different.
that you have with that. Now, if it was body count, was it with the man? I would, I think that needs to be disclosed
That
because
is fair.
I just I don't want
I can't hear
that.
the
I need to know because I don't want that. So
That was going to be my next
Yes.
question. If that was in his count, does that mean he's gone? He's out?
He's out.
Yeah.
He's out.
He's out.
I can't compete with another man.
No, he's
out
out.
of my
Yeah,
league.
there you
Yeah.
go, there you
Because
go.
no.
Not that there's anything wrong. That's what you choose to do, but most people don't like it.
All right, man. We're going to... I do not have I just realized, Angela, we ain't got no top 5.
I got one.
All right, Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Low,
And that's a cop.
and we'll be right back.
So let me ask you, what's the definition of a failed relationship?
I would say one that does not make it to marriage. Because as much as,
But who says that's the end goal?
wait, you go into a relationship not to get married? So what you go into the relationship for? Why are you going to commit yourself to somebody if you're not planning on being with them?
Because
Why do you
that
have to get-
person's
Yeah, go ahead.
interesting, that person's intelligent.
So
that
that's a
person can
relationship, or is
cook,
that just a
sex is
situationship?
great. Need I go on?
So is that a situationship or a relationship?
That's a relationship.
So you're
You don't have to
committing
have a
yourself-
ring on your finger to
I
be
ain't
in a
saying nothing about a
relationship.
ring. I said if you commit yourself to someone,
Yeah.
why do that if you're not trying to? And I guarantee you, most women are gonna say this. Why are you gonna get in a relationship with me if you're not gonna marry me? Oh, Classic Conversations with JT and Low.
That's a cop.
We back, man. When I tell you we really have to start filming these between takes because it is seriously classic. All right, we're gonna get. Wait, let me go over some comments before we go to top 5 real quick. Big girls be booed up, especially during tax season. Media list was put out or whatever. Dwayne, you ready? Go ahead.
Okay.
Hold on. They said the mic's
got
out.
him.
Can they hear us? You got us?
got us.
All right.
All right. Top 5 dating spots. I'll start off with R. Thomas. Late night spot. Vegan. So you kind of get anybody can eat there. Number 2, no order. Botanical Gardens. Go there, catch a vibe. Yeah, it is a lot of walking. It's a lot of fucking walking. It is a lot of
A
walking.
little exercise.
Little exercise.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Number 3, because I'm trying to be different now. Riding the belt line on scooters. Right? I'm very good on the scooter, so I like riding the belt line on scooters. Number 4, I haven't done this in a while, and I need to go back to it. Walking up Stone Mountain. Yeah. Well, it's more like you said, it's a physical thing. It's more like, women like going to the gym now. That was some that people I've done, taking women to the gym, which is it's cool with me. I like going to the gym. But also going up the Stone Mountain, like you said, you get an opportunity to talk. If you're smart like me, you go up the side of the mountain. You don't go up the main part with the rocks. You just go up the gravel part. That's where I go. And you can have a good conversation up the gravel part as opposed to struggling on those rocks. All right. And last but not least, man, I'm from Atlanta, man. I like to go to concerts, man. Any concert, old school, new school, like I said, rap, R&B, gospel. I like everything. So if there's a concert in Atlanta, and I'm trying to impress a young lady, I might take her to a concert.
All right. New millennial.
Well, I had said my early one off air, Costco, so round 1, because I like to have fun, any taco spot, get the tacos, sit outside on the car and talk. Soccer games. Have a good time at them soccer games. I mean, a lot of drinking. I don't drink, but, you can have a good time. High Art Museum. You know what I'm saying? I love some air conditioning. I don't want to talk to you and sweat on you. And Piedmont over there by Monroe Drive. That's where the shaded area is. You know what I'm saying? And I like to play Frisbee in Piedmont. So it's like you can chill, throw up the hammock. As you can see, I like to be comfortable all year round.
Okay, Faith, what you got?
Okay, I would say like the Interlock. Have you guys been to the Interlock? So it's like different. It's like multiple things. They have like the Holiday Bar there, the Putt Shack, the rooftop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Putt Shack is
yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's like one of my tops. Chattahoochee Food Works. Yes, Chattahoochee Food Works. West Side Reservoir.
Okay.
You go chill over there. Yes. A concert. Who doesn't love concerts? On that. And I guess my last one, I like to work out. So we can definitely work out, or something like with slash as like a strategy type thing. So the escape room or the darts flight club, like that. So yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Michelle, what you got?
I feel like my list is going to be kind of boring compared to everyone else.
It's your
I like
list,
to
girl.
keep it simple. Really, I love eating, so I love to try different food spots. It can be Thai, Vietnamese, Jamaican, Italian. Take me to a good restaurant, and you know what some good food is. I love the Beltline, a nice winery. I like Chateau Elan. That's a nice date spot. The West Side Reservoir is nice, and they have a few hiking trails. So I like activities where we can actually talk. We can talk. And I like traveling. I don't know if we can say that's an Atlanta thing, but we can travel together.
Yeah.
Oh, for those that didn't hear it, I think we was having some difficulties, but it's top 5 dating spots in Atlanta. What you got, Mike?
It depends on where we're at in a relationship or how I met her. I typically already know a little bit about them. So, City Winery, Preachies, if it's some, if you're gonna hit them, if you're gonna hit them right, Preachies, yeah. Well, that's one of them, hey. That's one. There you go, I have horses, so that's sometimes I put that into it. They say they like horses. Some people tell you they rode before. I'm gonna find out. The horse.
Oh my
Well, get
God.
your minds out there. Cut
Oh
it.
wow!
Oh, man.
I didn't even go there. Like,
I did. It was the messenger.
Let's see. MF Sushi. I like any Korean barbecue. I forget the name. Hunan House. It's when you get off from Buford Highway, you take that right. If you pass the QT, you're gone too far, but it's on the right. Authentic Korean barbecue. Great place to break it down and talk. And Piedmont Park, but I bring the picnic lunch.
oh, okay, all right. What's in that basket? No, I was playing.
All right, let me see here. Number one fan has museums, ball games, hiking parks, and she said in Virginia, her home state, the beach and the casinos.
Yes, the beach.
I am going to assume that this is Angelo tuning in. Movies that you can eat and drink. Yeah, oh yeah, I know it's Angelo now. Movies that you can eat and drink. Top Golf, Hal's, and Uptown Comedy Corner. Kind of fit. Yeah, now I know it's him.
Yes.
Let's see. Kiki said day trips, brunch, massages, day parties, and Uptown Comedy Corner.
There you go.
Okay, that's it. Okay, for me, of course, I'm a cigar smoker, so me and my wife, when we do have date night, we go to Fellowship or we go to Red Phone Booth. Something that we haven't done in a minute, Dave and Buster's. I love being able to play some video games, like to let the kid come out every now and then, but they've gotten kind of, they got a little expensive,
Go to main event.
Yeah, I need to round one because I heard they changed the happy hour and everything. So, yeah, but back in my single days though, boy, that they used to have a happy hour at 5 from 4:30 to 7, and what people didn't know, they used to have one late at night from 10:30 to 12.
Oh.
So I used to take them women there. They thought I was paying full price on them drinks. I was paying half off all night, boy. Wow. Sorry, wife. I had to go there. Just found us a date spot, man. We working in our backyard, and we actually had a date in the backyard the other day that was dope. I didn't know it could be so much fun in my backyard. It was mad cool. So, park, backyard kind of works together. And then I would say number one, yeah, an outside concert. An outside concert where everybody can walk around and talk to each other type of deal. I don't like being confined in two chairs and having to have somebody text me and tell me stand up, look to the right. I'm sorry. Yeah, look to the right. Yeah, I said it that way. I'd rather be able to move around and talk with everybody, have my own food and drinks and all that good stuff. So, wait a minute, hold on. Unc said wait a minute. Men don't have self-control. Wait. I can't see Unc's message. I'm going to have to come back to it.
Men don't have self-control. We have, I can't afford to keep control. Oh, what? Don't just type that over.
Yeah, Unc said it was almost his bedtime. It was almost he did say that earlier.
Just drift on off.
He did say that earlier. So, Michelle, go ahead and let everyone know where they can follow you at. I know. Wait, did I hear you right? You said you were celibate. You were selling a bit.
No, I'm abstinent. Abstinent, celibate.
Yeah,
Okay.
you want to be more abstinent. You want to say you celibate because I mean, like that's a vow. Like you ain't having sex anymore. So a lot of people get confused.
I thought they both just meant you're not having
You're
sex.
not having
No.
sex. So basically, you're not having sex
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I'm not having sex right now.
Go ahead and look in the camera and let people know where they can follow you at, and you know,
God.
all that good stuff.
You can follow me at Makings of Michele, and that's with the S.
TikTok, that's just IG.
Just
on
Instagram.
everything?
I'll try to keep it simple. Just Instagram. There's too many social medias these days.
Right.
Okay. All right. Faith.
Okay, well, you can find me at __faith__fancy faith. That's my IG. And then I also have a podcast. It's 2 Girls, 1 God with my homegirl, Kimosha. So you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok. That's 2 Girls, 1 God. So thank you.
2 Girls, 1 God.
God. G-O-D, not guy.
okay.
God.
I'm like, that's
God.
to the end.
No, G-O-D. No. 2 girls, 1 God. Yes.
Oh my
Yes. All right. See?
Y'all are
Yes.
horrible. Y'all are horrible.
Can't be like, oh yeah, I'm all about God, and then they have some triple X stuff going on. No.
Somebody show
That's
up.
very true. Yes, but no.
Y'all, Ask a Cop is back. Remember, it was Mike last week. Ask a Cop is back. He's back in full force tonight. Oh my!
I've been calm.
Oh, what you got, bro?
Hey, just to touch on something, seen a rash of videos online lately about people, because there's a lot of women's groups where they're getting out and shooting, and in general, people are buying guns.
Mm-hmm.
People, there's a way to introduce your children to weapons, but make sure you've taken a professional course before you do it. There's videos online where the one guy has his 2 daughters rushing to reload, and it's one's forward to the other one. You must always be online. Teach them the basics, clearing it. It's not something to dibble and dabble with, and it's not something to post online, because if you're not a professional, somebody else sitting at home and says, well, okay, I can show my daughter that, and she grabs the wrong magazine, puts it in, and blows her daughter's chest open or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Go get a professional course. You took the time to learn a gun, buy a gun, take the time to learn how to professionally use it. If people knew the number of shooting incidents that occur in the metro Atlanta area monthly because somebody put the gun in the wrong place, didn't know how to work the gun, was showing the gun to their girlfriend and shot themselves in the leg. Too cheap to buy a holster, carrying it out to their car and shoot themselves in the legs. Reaching around in my purse, and now I have a sunroof. Those type of incidents happen almost constantly. So, I hate it because of the pandemic. It was a fad, but I think everybody really needs to take a deep look at themselves and decide if you really need to own a gun. If you're not prepared to use a gun to take a life, don't own a gun. A gun's not the scare tactic, because if you pull it and don't use it, it's going to get used on you. And that's happened a lot. People have gotten robbed and they had a gun. If you have a gun, it comes inside the city of Atlanta. If you're not going to bring it and establish it with you, leave it at home, because we have too many guns hitting the streets and ended up in children's hands because you put it under your front seat, you dip down, and every homeless guy in Atlanta knows when your shoulder dips down, you're putting the gun under your seat. So that's all I got.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
That's very
appreciate that,
informative.
man. I'm actually talk about myself real quick a little bit. I don't do it enough. I'm going to be featured on the season 3 of The Wicked City. I haven't looked at the show. It's the first time I've ever acted on a show that I've never looked at, so I'm actually going to binge it. It's on Amazon and also All Black. Tyler Perry's new Netflix series, Beauty and Black. It's a series. I'm actually going to be featured on that. I'm actually on the set of Tyler Perry Studios from tomorrow through Friday. And then I want to give a shout out, man, to my sister Teresa and my man Vic, Vic, friend of the show. They're actually getting married on Saturday.
All right.
Yep, getting married on Saturday.
Early congratulations.
I'm excited about that. The family gonna be in town and all that good stuff. And I think that's going to do it in regards to, listen, these young ladies were great. They are, neither one of them is 40 years old. Yeah, I don't like, I be, man, we talking about women in ages. I'd be scared to talk sometimes, but neither one of them are 40 years old. Only thing I can tell you, man, in regards to dating is just make sure that you stick by what makes you happy and don't worry about what makes everybody else happy. Just because they do it this way don't mean that you have to do it this way. Do it your way and be patient. I guarantee you'll find somebody that'll do it the same way. And I think that's going to do it. Next week, we're going to have some gentlemen up here that is not 40 years old yet. We're going to ask them some of the same type questions. Of course, they probably going to be a little more angry. These women here was just great. But, so that's going to do it, man. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cup.
And we out. You dig?
Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. It's Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is going. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo.
Bye.